Hmm. Alright. First off,
Tiny
VTuber model blocking the radar. So that negates like half of the radar that we cannot visibly see. But keep in mind, there's a radar. There's a radar, right? We're observing.
bit maybe, but I'm autistic.
Alright?
So you admit it. I'll turn down. Well, thank you, Mercy.
Getting rezzed by Goth Girl, doesn't matter. AFK. Alright. Okay, hang on. That was weird. That was weird. Hang on, let's look at this. Alright, no, okay. That makes sense. So that alright, listen. That person died. She's still locked onto the ragdoll.
Quest points so I could finally finish recipe for.
Observe. See? So let's take a look at that again. I need to let's observe. Radar. No one's detected on the radar. She runs in. Okay. Alright. And people are saying she's cheating. So that's first clear evidence of the lock-on only. Alright, we'll look at that again, because if we observed, the lock-on would probably stop working only a couple seconds after they die. Let's look at that again.
I'll turn down. Well, thank you.
Fuck, this is taking forever.
Mercy.
Alright. She just aims on him. But that right there was a little weird. Let's look at that again. I need to look at that really close.
By the way, it's fine. Okay.
That's weird. It's weird, bro. Hold on.
A tiny bit maybe, but I'm autistic.
So that no
So
lock
you
on
admit it.
that one.
I'll turn down.
Sorry.
Well, thank you, Mercy.
Let's just look at this. Not lock on. Lock on. Possibly. 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 And then this right here, this part right here, looks like she just it looks like okay, so obviously if someone's really good at the game, some anti-cheat would take that moment where you're probably really good and it would be like, yeah, you're cheating. But in this game's anti-cheat, it's kernel level. Unless she plays Valorant, which is unlikely because she's playing Battlefield 6. But this part, not cheating, I assume. She detects him and him. As you can see, He... Look at that again. That's so weird. Not really weird, but like, just look at that. So this one's suspect 1. This is observation number 2. So she doesn't know he's there until like a couple seconds, like one second later. He's already dead. So by the time she moves up to him, if it can go faster. Let's get this one out the way. It's so weird.
Hello, Allie. Whoa, okay.
Alright, she gets melted. Alright, let's see if there's any more lock-on accusations. Alright. Take a look at that. Take a look at that kill right there.
Hello, Allie. Whoa, okay.
We'll observe together. Alright, she detects him. Possibly. That is a big possibility right there. Big possibility. So we'll just look at that again. And you tell me. Alright, first, she deadass locked onto him before aiming. Was it aim lock? Was it aimbot? I don't know. But the moment she killed him, it was a little weird. We need to observe in depth. We can't just throw these accusations around. Right here, another kill. Alright, we're at 12:45. We'll slow it down when it gets there. Let's observe. Observe. Alright. That's a friendly. She recognizes it in those split seconds. She detects him. That one looked like skill. That one looked like skill.
No, I could have killed that guy, but I'm fucking noob. Oops.
This was
How
5 days
do
ago
I have this
too.
in RuneScape? Oopsie.
So no lock on. Maybe in the last second. Alright. Just because she is shooting through a wall doesn't mean that she would be locking on right there. But we'll observe that too. We'll observe that too because if you pay close attention, there was someone back there and she detected, but she wasn't sure if, I guess, he was dead? I'm just trying to make it make sense. Alright. A little sus looking at that pillar, but it's all good. She's probably fucking fried out of her mind. She knows he's over there behind that. And so she shot at that crate right there. The crate looks like it's destroyed. So maybe she knows what's destructible and what's not.
Just paid actors? I see. It's true. But you're not supposed to say that.
Alright. Let's look at more gameplay. Alright, here we are. This is the map that we want. Let's take a look at this. I wish it was 1440p, but the bitrate on Twitch is so ass. Alright, so that part right there, a little sus. It looks like she's toggling it whenever she needs to. Like, she'll probably tap the toggle so it can readjust for her. Maybe. She's even got an eye tracker on her VTuber model. But let's also observe that radar, so she knows someone's over there. Ah! That is not cheating right there. Oh, fuck. That's not cheating right there. But that's all right, hang on. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. That was not cheating. That was
That
aim
crab
readjustment.
definitely moved. Sorry, I can't waste any XP.
She nearly gets fucking shattered on right there. Hang on. Alright. B flag taken by the enemies. Let's assume she thinks there's someone on there. Alright, you got two people. Looks like she doesn't really need to aim right there. Anyone can get those two kills. Just keep observing. Alright, he gets shitted on so hard right there.
Thanks for following.
Oh, whatever that was. Alright. Her teammate goes down. Her teammate goes down. She knows someone's around there. How far he is, I'm not sure, but let's see. Okay. Yeah, she sees someone. She didn't lock on right there. Dude, this bitrate is so ass. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, this bitrate is so ass. Oh my, I'm staring at static, bro. Holy shit. Twitch needs to get their shit together, bro.
Shimmy is innocent.
This
Is it
streamer,
true?
this streamer needs to fucking... Bitrate is so ass.
What is causing all the cheat accusations? Because these people are like 40 years old. The pinnacle of FPS skill when they were playing FPS games was like controller trick shots.
It's a bold take, but alright. Alright. Gets melted. We'll put bloom, gunfire bloom on that part. Alright, we'll take a look at that as well. Might as well. Let's observe, alright? You have to really observe how an aim lock-on works, because I've seen too many cheaters in their POV. We'll take a look at this. Alright, yeah, you know he's there. That was a smooth click on him. Alright. Anyone else there? B flag's not yours. We also need to take a look at her weapon
I don't know.
attachments. That's what we really need to look at. That's what we really need to look at.
I've tried cheating. She's using a client called shimmy.exe.wordpad. All the top tier cheaters use it. Wait, why are you leaking the method?
Leaking the
Friday
method.
is cheating. She's using a client
She's
called
trolling on that part.
shimmy.exe.wordpad. All the top tier cheaters use it. Wait, why are you
Let's look at the weapon
leaking
she's
method?
using, an MPX. All right, she's got a what is that? A flash hider? That's a compensator on the barrel. It's like she's using different type of bullets. Extended mag, it looks like, or maybe quick mag. Reflex, laser.
Method.
And she puts on the vertical recoil grip. And then she puts on, oh, those are barrels. Wait, yeah, those are barrels. Yeah, she put on a comp. I don't know how these attachments work, but anyways, let's take a look at the statistics here. Hip fire, 62. Precision, 40. Control, 64. Mobility, 67. Good class? It's a good class? Right here, observe. Alright, so we know what her SMG build is.
Thanks for following.
Going an hour in, so it looks like her build hasn't changed. She shits on him. Alright.
Ouchie.
That was probably not. Dude, it's so tough. It's so tough. Like, you have to observe it, and then you'll understand. This is tough. It's hard to tell what's cheating and what isn't.
Them poor sons, and yeah, I love them for. It's fun.
That was a lock-on on her, on the enemy's right arm. So that was not cheating. That was just, I need to shoot as fast as possible moment right there. This is so weird. Alright, she's getting a little bit of packet burst. She fucking decimates him. Alright, this is a good example right here. Let's observe. In this moment right here. Radar, she sees him on the radar. She knows that she even saw him on the HUD. Took like 3 shots. So weird. If she was cheating. If she was cheating, what she is doing is she's aiming right onto them and probably toggling it right when she's on them, but it's so because we have to observe that again. If she is aiming at them and then toggling on them, then we could see it. Is she doing it between aiming? If she is, that is smart. Holy fuck. If she is doing it between aiming, then damn, that is smart.
We're the enemies. Goodbye, Raven. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it.
Hold on right there.
Hi,
Hang on.
Raven. Thanks for hanging out.
Hang on a minute.
Uh,
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
shit.
This bitrate is so ass, dude. She's an MNK player too, obviously. She locked on between, like, under his nutsack. Right between his ankles. Honey, lock in. What the fuck are you doing? Getting shot from behind. Good teammate, okay. It's so tough observing this shit. You have to really observe this shit and you can't just judge it based off. Put it alone. Alright. She sees him on the radar. Yeah, he gets shitted on. We need more. We need more clips. I'm not gonna lie. All right. That's cool. All right. So, I guess the closer she is, the easier she can just lock in that moment.
Dude, I was 12-0. What the fuck? I didn't even realize. This gun is so fucking good. It's actually unreal. Dude, they're getting fucking heated at the gem crab right now. Oh my god.
Can't be dying like that. Come on. All right. She
Oh
got
my
2 kills right
god.
there.
Let's go.
All right. Let's take a look at this. All right. B's being taken, and it looks like it's already being taken by friendlies. All right. Yeah. Ooh. It's so weird because, like, if they were cheating, they would have to lock on their chest. If she was cheating, she'd have to lock onto his chest. And the hit marker is perfectly centered, by the way. So you can literally watch. Fuck. Where was it? Right here. So observe where the hit marker is at, and then follow the hit marker because the hit marker is perfectly centered to the center of your screen. When she ADSs, it's hard to tell because of the reticle and the recoil and the movement recoil. It's so tough too because, like, there's bloom in this game, so it's hard to tell what the fuck is going on. So far, it's looking like she is 35% cheating, and there's like 65% of wiggle room right there. She needs more clips. I need more evidence.
Good.
Okay, he gets her done.
I think
Victory.
no.
Looks like in this one, she's not doing too
Smile.
hot. Going 3 and 5. Murder is not a good teammate.
Hello, me. Hello, me.
Alright, let's take a look at this. So she sees it. There's no enemy on the radar. At the end of her screen, let's take a look. So her teammate goes down. It's tough to tell. It really is. Once you slow it down, once you observe it, it's really hard to tell. But it's literally unlikely. I want to see that
Too,
clip where
I'm like losing my voice though. It's so hard to like talk as much as I was yesterday. Who is shooting me? I'm confused and scared.
so like I was saying earlier, if someone's really good at the game, they would be held back by AI anti-cheat or some shit, like shitty anti-cheat. Shitty anti-cheat. So I remember one time I was playing MW 2019, going 76 and 16 on Rust, sitting on top of the tower with a base Dragonov, and then I got my account banned. But I was literally versing noobs, and that was a brand new account too, like an alternate account,
All
because my main account got
good.
shadow banned or com banned. Hmm, what was that? What was that? What? What was that?
The arc is off to an interesting start. Yeah.
What was that? Let's look at that again. Look at the radar. It's hard to tell because 50 fucking percent of it is blocked by her fucking VTuber model. She knows she has to take C. Contested. So she knows someone's on C.
All
Pulls her gun
good.
out. Alright. Enemy marked. The only cover she can see. That was not a headshot. Oh my god. Oh! Look at that again. Look at that again.
All good.
Aims at his leg. Let's take a look at this. Okay. That is weird. That was weird.
To store the rest somewhere. How do you rate Battlefield 6 thus far? I think the beta is a 6 out of 10.
He gets shitted on. Her fucking teammates retarded.
Snowy, that is so fucked.
She knows enemies. 2 enemies are up there. Looks like she's trying to gather as much intelligence right here. Oh, you don't want to peek that. She's just standing there. She pushes up.
Yeah, I'm pulling an Overwatch is fine, because that game runs amazingly.
So tough to. Alright, well, it
If you're
went
asking
up
about
from
graphics setting, I'm all
35% to 45%.
Classic Battlefield, true.
But it's still around 35, like it's lenient towards 35%.
Oh my.
That is good evidence right there. Let's see, let's take a look at that. Let's just take a look at this. Let's go back a little bit more. So let's see what her radar says. Her radar shows that C is already taken. She throws a smoke. It looks like she knows the map really good. Maybe not. Maybe she just needs to throw a smoke. Okay, she smoked her entryway, which is smart. No enemy. No enemies behind. And it's not that hard to aim good, too. Alright, she sees his barrel. He jumps out. Oh, he gets shitted on. Hold on.
Oh my.
Okay, it went up from 35 to 45%. She is now 45% possibly cheating. Maybe these are... Maybe this is just her way of aiming. Look at this. So there's no aim assist in the game, right? Looks like she's trying to snap on. Looks like she's only snapping on in this, and then that's that target right here, this target right here. Looks like she
Oh
had to aim.
my.
It looks like she had to aim. And then lock on. I don't know though. I just wish it could go slower. Other than 25%. It's this part right here. When It looked like she was just tapping the toggle. I don't know, man. %45% possibly cheating. Just 45%. Oh! No! No! No, she got ruined. Oh my god. It's so tough to tell. She's definitely not walling. This, s-
Every athlete, only at Dick's.
dicks.
Wait, I didn't have ammo. Fuck.
Hmm. Didn't have
Or
ammo, huh?
BO6. Yeah, I think I finally fixed my FPS for real this time. I love Lent.
Well, this is probably the best evidence we have yet.
Nice. I just got a Windows error.
Windows error.
Fun. Fixed. Saved. Noob cheater streamer? Yeah, I'm cheating and I'm gay. So, like, that just got nothing going for me.
This is weird. But, yeah, this part's weird. She's using a bipod, and I don't think she's... Yeah, she's using a bipod, not a grip.
Noob is with, like, 300k followers. Like, what is happening? Why
She's using a different gun now. She's not using the
are those people mad
SGX.
at me? They shouldn't have an opinion.
Alright, well, she looked through the wall right there. That part is weird. So let's see if she's correct about that. Let's see if that aim... Okay. You're peeking over the wall after snapping through it. A little weird. That is very weird. But to confirm your suspicion, there was no one behind that wall. Alright, she snapped on right there. Yeah, that's weird. So she snapped on through the wall, and now she's pre-aiming. She's pre-aiming where she snapped, but let's go back again.
There's
Let's go back again. Let's
people
see how many people are on
mad
the
at
radar.
me. They shouldn't have an opinion.
Oh, shit. Alright, lock in. Right? Look, snap. Right there. Snap. Alright, there's one person back there. She gets him.
I think they do live in a fantasy world, Denya. That would make the most sense to me. Nice. I'll leave it to you. You should try this mode. June told me it was good because you have instant respawn, even though it's 8v8. Whatever. First time chatter won't be missed. Oh fuck.
We need more evidence. Um. Hold on. Relax, buddy. Relax, relax, relax. Alright. Her eye track. Let's look at the eye track during the smoke. Also, look over here. Remember, look at the right side. So she sees two people right here. The fucking bitrate doesn't help either. There could be an enemy right here. I saw a silhouette, maybe. No silhouette. Maybe there was. I don't know. Her VTuber blocking half of her radar is not helping either. Wait. Oh, I think I saw that person. I think I might be schizophrenic. Hang on. Observe the right side. Enemy. Enemy right there. Yeah, she's not cheating. Not cheating. At least in that moment. That was enough. That's all I really needed to see. I had suspicion that this was a really good player, possibly cheating. I'm just looking at this. That is strange, but like obviously if she was cheating, she probably would have gotten that kill through the smoke. I don't know. What do you guys think? This is tough. This is tough observations, bro. It's so weird.